What's up, guys? It is Seek and Return, and this video is going to be kind of something different. This is something I've been wanting to kind of talk about for a long time, and I figure this would be a better time than any. I'm basically gonna go over my testimony, kind of what kind of pushed me into seeking the Lord more, and what kind of got me to where I'm at now. So for a long time, probably since I was about, at least when I was a teenager for sure, about 10 plus years, I've been dealing with watching pornography and like just masturbation and all that. Um, I deal with that. I've been dealing with that for about 10 plus years, and it carried in through my um, teenage years, and I was showed like porn at a really young age, and I think probably from then, or not from then on, but a little bit after that, years later, probably maybe early teens and on, maybe somewhere around there. Definitely when I was like maybe 15, 16, I pretty much have been watching it. So that carried on through my teenage years into my adult years, and when I was in like my early to mid 20s, definitely my early 20s for sure, I pretty much was just like I was just doing all the thing, all the stuff, like all just not just wrong stuff. I don't want to say wrong, just wrong for me, and just stuff that is not good for you. I was smoking, I was drinking, I was depressed at the time. I was hanging around people I shouldn't have been hanging around. Um, I was just focused on all the wrong things. I was in a state where I didn't have any concern for the Lord or what He wanted from me at all. I was pretty much concerned just with what I wanted. I was trying to do what I wanted to do, and that led me down so many wrong paths. Plenty. I was in like in and out of, well, not in and out of, but I was in relationships I shouldn't have been in. Just doing a lot of the wrong things. My mind was, I was focused on just, again, I was smoking, drinking, focused on like as well, just trying to do hookups and stuff like that. I was just down a really bad path. And I remember one day, and through all this, again, I was depressed. I already said I was hanging around people I shouldn't have been hanging around. And I remember one day I was walking outside, and I felt so empty. I remember those times back then. I felt so empty. Like I always felt like I just felt so empty. Like I don't know, like maybe like something was just missing. And I got to a point in my life where I was just like, um, I just needed to seek. I needed to seek something better, and I needed to get back into church. And ultimately, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up getting back into church, and from there, I pretty much stayed in. I eventually joined like a little like youth group in my church, which that helped a lot as well. Um, and also just like I think, and I don't even know, just from like I've always, since I was young, I've always kind of been really quiet, and that kind of also carried on into like my adult years, and um, I don't know if it's just from like I don't know if it's just from like watching porn over the years, but I've also had like a lot of trouble, kind of just with like communicating with people, and just being social with them, and even difficulty, honestly, with talking to females as well. And also, I should go back and say during my high school years, like during my high school years, I actually got homeschooled, so that on top of kind of just being inside a lot during those years and watching porn, I think that all culminated to like just me having the trouble maybe talking to people, talking to females, and just kind of just kind of on a path, getting on a path for trying to grow out of that and work on that. So but yeah, I dealt with that. I dealt with watching pornography, masturbating, all that for 10 plus years, and eventually again I got in church, and even while I was in church, I still struggled with it, and I still struggle I was still in a like a mindset of like wanting to do the hookups and stuff like that. Just trying to understand a lot of stuff, trying to work through all that. I'm now at a point where it is still a struggle, but it is not to a degree that it was. I feel a lot better. I've learned a lot more. I've gotten closer with God, and I'm just learning so much more than I was before. I'm learning better habits and ways to kind of just deal with this. Just like fleeing, and the Bible says, I believe to flee, doing stuff like that, having people around you who you can kind of count on, things like that. Building healthier habits with just like not having any devices after a certain time and stuff like that, and just allowing God to come in. If when you are holding something in the dark and you keep holding it there, you don't let it get out, it's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse until you bring it to the light and you allow God to come in, you allow healing to come in. That's really when you're gonna start seeing changes, and that's basically what I had to do. Eventually, actually, not. I think it was like last month or the month before, I ended up actually confessing to someone at church, basically what had been going on for years, and that felt really good to be able to get that out. So the past couple months, I'll say for sure, it's been a lot of healing going on. I was able to get that out. I was able to again find someone who I can kind of trust and talk to, and we constantly just check in on each other. It's been a multitude of things that has just helped with me kind of dealing with this. So that's kind of a sum up ish of my testimony for the most part. I just wanted to kind of put that out. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so yeah, I just want to put that out. I pray that you guys, if there's anything that you may be dealing with, I pray that you would just allow it to come to the light, give it to God, and allow Him to come in and heal, and just do what He would do. Because again, if you constantly are keeping something in, it's not going to get any better until you allow it to come out. So I'll just pray that over all of you. I pray for just healing over your life, and that you just keep seeking the Lord and keep growing with Him and having a relationship with Him, talking to Him, learning about Him, allowing Him to learn about you. Not like that. He knows everything about us, but opening up to Him more and being vulnerable with Him. So I'll just pray that over you guys. You guys have a great and blessed day. Peace out.